Welcome back. I'm Stuart Seidel, and this is WTOP Sports. The 2010-2011 NHL season began today when the Carolina Hurricanes took on the Minnesota Wild. Brendan Sutter helped the Hurricanes pull out a 4-3 victory by tallying 2 goals of his own. A few of the other games that are going on tonight include the Montreal Canadiens visiting the Toronto Maple Leafs, and the Philadelphia Flyers are in Pittsburgh to face off against the Penguins. And the defending champion Chicago Blackhawks begin their title defense season when they visit the Colorado Avalanche. One of the favorites to win the World Series now find themselves with their backs against the wall. The Tampa Bay Rays lost 6-0 today to the Texas Rangers and now have to go into Arlington trailing 2-0 in a best-of-5 game series. C.J. Wilson led the way for the Rangers, going 6 1/3, giving up only 2 hits while striking out 7. Michael Young and Ian Kinsler each homered, and the Rangers are now just 1 win away from winning their first ever playoff series. Game 3 will be this Saturday, October 9th, in Texas at 5 p.m. The Oswego women's field hockey team took on Wells College today and put up an impressive 7-0 victory. Kelly Collins tied the school record for points in a game with 3 goals and 2 assists. The win improves the Lakers' record to 4-6 on the season, and the Lakers have their final home game this Saturday when they take on Morrisville at 1 p.m. for Senior Day. And I must take a second to wish my grandmother a happy birthday today. I'm wearing a pink tie in her honor, so happy birthday, Grandma Del Pazzo, and I hope you're having a good one. And now that's it for sports. Now back to the desk with Asa.
All right, thanks, Stuart. And today, New York Comptroller Thomas DiNapoli reported that there were privacy problems with new voting machines in 44 of the 57 counties during last month's primary elections. According to the Associated Press, the machines replaced 80-year-old mechanical lever system machines. The new machines resemble ATMs and optically read paper ballots that voters feed in after marking them by pen. To solve the problems, DiNapoli urged workers to consistently use privacy screens for voters, consider using curtains, and to ensure that all workers are trained, machines work, and backups are available.
Gubernatorial candidate Carl Palladino used his 3-minute television airtime not for an apology, but to defend what he did against a journalist last week. YNN reports that Palladino defended his anger in response to a New York Post journalist trying to take photographs of his daughter. He then went on describing his campaign and how there are bigger issues and says, quote, because this state is in a death spiral, end quote. And now let's turn to Casey McGee with this week's health report.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Casey McGee, and welcome to your Thursday Night Health segment. For many, this semester may be the first time being away from home for an extended period of time and to experience what experts call homesickness. This is defined as distress and functional impairment caused by actual or anticipated separation from home and attachment from loved ones. Those who suffer from this condition feel some form of anxiety, sadness, nervousness, and constant thoughts of home. Though according to Jaszka, a clinical psychologist and associate professor at the University of Alabama's School of Public Health, homesickness isn't necessarily about home, nor is it an illness. Instead, it stems from our instinctive need for love, protection, and security, feelings and qualities that we usually associate with home. When we are put in an unfamiliar environment and we feel a lack of those qualities and begin to long for them. According to Kaplow, we're not actually missing home, but our normal social space because it's what makes us feel comfortable. He also said that both children and adults, quote, think something's terribly wrong, but it's normal and adaptive to feel that homesick for some period of time. It's just your emotions and mind telling you you're out of your element. On a bit of a heavier topic, with the concern of binge drinking sweeping the nation, CNN brings us a short package.
Binge drinking is a serious health concern in America, and a new study indicates the practice remains all too common among teens and adults. According to a new report by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, 1 in 4 high school students and adults ages 18 to 34 engaged in binge drinking. Binge drinking is defined as 4 or more drinks for women and 5 or more for men consumed over about 2 hours. The percentage of binge drinking among American adults has not declined in more than 15 years. 15% of that group, or 33 million Americans, binge drink. Alarmingly, 2/3 of kid drinkers are binge drinkers. The CDC based their research on self-reporting surveys of more than 400,000 U.S. adults and 16,000 high school students. According to the study, men are more than twice as likely as women to binge drink, and it's more common among non-Hispanic whites than non-Hispanic blacks. Excessive alcohol use, including binge drinking, is the third leading cause of preventable death in America, taking more than 79,000 lives each year. Binge drinkers put themselves at higher risk for fatal car crashes, drug overdoses, violence, and contracting sexually transmitted diseases. Drinking in excess can also cause liver disease, increase the risk of stroke, heart disease, and certain cancers. For today's Health Minute, I'm John Lisk.
And that concludes your Thursday Night Health segment. I'm Casey McGee. Thanks for watching.
Well, thanks, Casey. That's very interesting about homesickness.
Yeah, I know.
It's just anxiety. It's based on anxiety.
Yeah, so hopefully some of those out there watching can subside that anxiety and deal with it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's tough, but definitely some interesting scientific findings. And
Alrighty. Well, we'll be right back with more news and weather. Stay tuned.